Hello students, today we will learn that how the basketball was invented. So the story is, it was November and the weather in New England, a region in United States, were becoming worse day by day due to snowstorms. People became victims to one of the harshest winters that year. James Naismith, a physical education instructor at the International YMCA Training School, was struggling with a class that was increasingly becoming troublesome, bordering and hooliganism, often leading to confrontations and open fights. James was losing his school very often and was getting to be known as the most ill-tempered instructor. There was no way he could have outdoor training session due to bad weather. Keeping his class under control hence proved to be a daunting task. One day Dr. Luther Guelick, head of the Springfield YMCA physical education, called James and gave him 2 weeks to create indoor games that would help him to restore discipline in class. He emphasizes that the game should not take up much room, should help the track athletes to keep in shape, should be fair to all players and be free of rough play. James analyzed the most popular games which were being played during those times and observed that the larger ball didn't move as swiftly as the smaller ones did. So he chose the big, soft soccer ball for the new game. Next, he observed that contact and rough play in the other games occurred due to running with the ball, dribbling, or hitting it. His first decision was to make players avoid running with the ball, and so he decided that passing was the only option. And next observation was that in the other games there was a lot of rough play while defending the goal, net or goal line. So he chose to place the goal overhead at about 10 feet from the floor where it could not be guarded. Basketball was thus the first game that required a high ceiling space. However, this posed a new problem: how would the players score goals? James came up with the idea that if they wanted to score, they had to throw a soft lobbing shot that would land the ball in a peach basket. A pair of baskets were then secured to a railing. Due to this softer approach of playing the game, wherein players had to just shoot the ball on a net situated at a higher level, hooliganism and fights reduced. Everything seems to be falling in place. James called this new game basketball and puts his thought together in 13 basic rules. These rules went up on a bulletin board just behind the instructor's platform. The first game was played in December 1891. In a handwritten report, James described the inaugural match. 9 players formed each team. Initially, the boisterous class were not quite enthusiastic about the new game, but they simply had no choice than to follow the direction. He then explained how to score goals, toss the ball up between the two center men, and try to keep the team as close to the rules as possible. Fouls were called mostly for running with the ball, though players could not resist it completely. Gradually, lot of modifications were brought into the games, making it more challenging and interesting. By 1892, basketball had grown so popular on campus that it was featured in a Springfield College newspaper article titled "A New Game." People wanted to call this new game Naismith Ball, but James politely turned down the proposal. In 1893, basketball was introduced internationally by the YMCA movement. During his lifetime, James had the satisfaction to seeing the game adopted as an Olympic demonstration sport in 1904 and as an official event at the 1936 Summer Olympics in Berlin. From Springfield, James went to Denver, where he did his MD in 1898. He joined the faculty at the University of Kansas and additionally served as a part-time basketball coach, going on to become the athletic director. He remained there until his retirement in 1938. To see the youth of the world united to play his game, his gift to mankind remained to be a memorable highlight of his successful career. James Naismith succumbed to heart trouble on 29 November 1939, but the basketball net that adorned garages, schools, walls, and bands across the world constantly remind us of his legacy. So, this was the story of the invention of the basketball. If you like this story, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.